Welcome to Digital Asset News, take the top stories in digital assets and cryptocurrencies and break them down into bite-sized pieces. Today, we got some great stories of adoptions and things that are coming to fruition. First up, former Goldman Sachs executive says Bitcoin poised to beat every single asset over the next decade. Amazing. Also, the Swiss municipality of Zermatt now accepts Bitcoin for local tax payments. That's incredible. That a government is accepting Bitcoin for taxes. That's great news. Also, SBI Holdings offers XRP as a shareholders benefit, and we're going to go over the scam of the day. And I want to say thanks so much for really digging in there, guys, and getting all these scams out as best we can. Remember, 2020 is here, and as time moves on, we need to make sure that this space is hospitable for all the new investors that are coming in, and we need to eliminate as many of these scams as possible, because if people get scammed out, then they do not want to invest in this sector. We'll go over that last, but let's get to top stories of today. So this first one was fascinating because we have a Goldman Sachs executive, and this is a person that is deeply entrenched into the institutional aspect of investing. And he's saying, what I think we all believe, that Bitcoin is poised to beat everything over the next 10 years. Now, whether you're a Bitcoin maximalist or not, Bitcoin is going to do very well over the next 2, 3, 5, 10, maybe 100 years. I don't know. But I can tell you for the short term, it is a definite thing that's going to happen. So let's dig into this article itself. So this was from Raoul Pal, former executive at Goldman Sachs, predicting about Bitcoin. He states, if I could own only one asset for the next 10 years, it would be Bitcoin. It encapsulates all of my larger macro views and feels like the point on the far horizon we're headed to in some shape or form. Yes, like gold too, and many other things, but Bitcoin risk-reward beats all. Now, Paul, he's got a big, long history with Bitcoin. He actually invested, I think, back in 2011, and then he's had a large holding in June of 2017. And he goes on to further state, I know all the macro guys. They're all in it. They get it. They get the optionality. They may be complete believers, partial believers, but even then, if it's a 1% chance of being right and the upside is 100x from here, you do this all day long. So right there is the proof that you need that all these types of investors, all these institutions, they all know each other. I mean, make no mistake about it. Any type of industry that you're in, it seems like it's a smaller industry than what it actually appears to be. And these big players know each other, and they're all talking about the same thing, and it's all about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and digital assets. I can guarantee it. And I can tell you, this little report came out not too long ago that talked about the top asset in 2019, which looked like this. And it said, look, the ranking of the year-to-date returns of multiple asset classes, Bitcoin not only beat everything, it crushed everything. The best nearest returning asset was crude oil at 33%, then tech stocks, US real estate, US stocks, global stocks, global bonds, US bonds, and then down here, gold and agriculture. So if you are an institution, and you have different clients who are asking you, hey, what should I invest in? Should it be the S&P 500? Should I do some other types of interest or other types of stocks and bonds? You would be crazy not to recommend to your clients this highly volatile asset and say, look, Bitcoin just crushed everything last year. There's a Bitcoin halving coming up in May of 2020. Statistically, it has increased tremendously after that. I would be a fool not to recommend to you to put 1% to 5% of your portfolio into this asset. We can offset everything else that may actually dip down because we don't know what's going to go on in the world. This is a pretty good bet. What do you think? Well, sure, I'll do that. It's that easy, my friends. It's that easy. So if you are a institution and you don't look at this, I think you're missing a huge opportunity. And I think all of them know each other and are talking about it. I think that's what they're doing. And look, these are big institutions like Fidelity Digital Assets, TD Ameritrade. I mean, these are old-time, different legacy type of institutions. Like I said, Fidelity used to handle my 401k. TD Ameritrade is one of the oldest ones out there I can remember. And I know that Charles Schwab they're looking to acquire TD Ameritrade in a huge merger. And Charles Schwab, that organization, is not as keen on crypto. But I just saw this. It was a report that came out about 12 hours ago. And it says that TD Ameritrade hedges its bet that Schwab can swallow it whole as the DOJ or Department of Justice letter lands. Basically what this is saying is this. TD Ameritrade is ready to combine with Charles Schwab and Co. if they need to be ready. But will also remain nemesis until the antitrust hurdles dissipate and the ink dries. And I was like, what about the antitrust? So going further, it just talks about this. The Department of Justice, or DOJ, has filed a second request for an antitrust review. So here's the thing about government. They don't want people getting too big. They try to stop these types of organizations from becoming one massive, huge corporation. And they say, look, if it's too big, we're going to break it down with an antitrust law. And we want to review this before this merger actually happens. They've done it in the past. They've stopped different organizations from merging. And this might be one of those things. For me, I feel that's actually a good thing. TD Ameritrade is going full tilt towards cryptocurrency digital assets. Charles Schwab is kind of like, we're going to be a little bit hands off. So if these two get together, who knows what could happen. But if they stay separate, this is a good thing for TD Ameritrade cryptocurrency digital assets. So moving on. This was an interesting one. The Swiss municipality of Zermatt now accepts Bitcoin for local tax payments. And it's not a very long article, but Zermatt is part of the Swiss Alps. And on Wednesday, January 29th, Bitcoin Suisse, which is based in the town of Zug, aka the Switzerland's crypto valley. I had no idea that was a thing. Apparently there's a crypto valley in Switzerland. Well, great. They issued a press release that made quite an interesting announcement. Zermatt, with the help of Bitcoin Suisse, has just become the second Swiss municipality to accept Bitcoin as a form of payment. And I was like, what the heck is Bitcoin Suisse? Never heard of them. So I took a look at their website real quick. First of all, really nice website. Really nice, clean, white snow Alps. Fantastic. And I just clicked on the About Us, and essentially Bitcoin Suisse is a crypto financial service. Started in 2013, done a lot of different things. The services provided to the global institutional and private client base include brokerage and trading, storage solutions, collateralized lending, crypto financial solutions, and other services as far as staking and baking. So great. So they are heavily involved in this type of sector, and they are helping this small little town, or however big it is, to accept Bitcoin as far as taxes. And what they're doing is they have a point of sale solution, and that's provided by Bitcoin Suisse. And they've been installed in the Zermatt town hall so that fees for services from local authorities can be paid in Bitcoin. So for me personally, I own Bitcoin. And actually, these are all my holdings right here. So I have Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, EOS, and Chainlink. So if I sound like I'm a little biased, it's because I am. These are the ones that I hold, and I want to be completely transparent. Now, all these different assets that I own, I would not use Bitcoin to pay for my taxes. I just wouldn't, especially with this year. Maybe as time goes on and I've taken profits and things, something like that, I might think about it. But for me personally, no. I just like this article because it just shows how things are moving along in the world and how things are becoming as far as mass adoption or just adoption in general. 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, whatever, no one would think about accepting a cryptocurrency for taxes. That would be laughable. But here we are. So I like these types of articles. I'd like to see more. Moving on. And last up, SBI Holdings offers XRP as shareholders benefit. So getting into this article, it's got different levels. And let's just start off with the basic here. So Japan's largest bank, SBI Holdings, released its financial results, which noted increasing the use of the digital asset XRP. So right there, the largest bank in Japan, they are talking about increasing the digital asset use XRP, not using Ripple and their software, Not having that part, but increasing the ODL, on-demand liquidity, XRP, the cryptocurrency itself. I want to make that very, very clear. Because banks can get in this whole game as far as cross-border remittances just by using Ripple. They don't need XRP. However, if they do it, there is an increased amount of liquidity, very fast, very easy, and it's cheaper and faster, so why not? Moving on, the report released on 31 January stated that XRP will be added to its shareholders benefit option and listed special offers for holders who held over 100 and 1,000 shares. So great. I'm a shareholder. Not only does my money go up when the SBI Holdings does well, but I also have this added benefit of getting this cryptocurrency. Maybe I might want to invest a little bit more because I get to double dip. Why not? Moving on. It states this report elaborated on holdings of some shareholders and stated that going forward, each company listed on the SBI group will be added to shareholder benefits. So I had to stop and think about this. So I thought, so does that mean that each shareholder of each company will also get XRP added as a benefit option? So let me think about that. If I am a shareholder in different companies within SBI Holdings, maybe I would not just invest in one part, but multiple parts because I can get more cryptocurrency and double dip. Why not? Especially as I see that the price of XRP is going up and up and up. Well, actually, I take that back. Not that XRP is going up because it seems like nothing happens to make it go up. It's the strangest thing. Everything else goes up. Everything else goes up. We have, Bitcoin Satoshi Vision. Some guy who knows a guy who knows a guy says, I think this guy's got his keys, and the thing goes up 50%. Amazing. Then you have stories like this that are like super bullish, and it doesn't budge. Maybe it goes up 2%. I don't know about that. I don't know why that is. It's like we're living in crazy town. But that is the world that we live in right now. I do see a major push. It seems like everything is just kind of coiling up and coiling up and coiling up. Blockchain Backer, his YouTube channel, go check that out. He talks a lot about this. And he does a lot of fractals where he overlays different things. And you can see how these things are actually doing very well. And hopefully with time, we will see a price increase. But moving on. SBI has been making crucial announcements in the past couple of days. On 30 January, it announced a collaboration with Japan's second largest bank, Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation, or SMBC. I like SMBC, a lot easier to say. To build a financial services platform for businesses and individuals using a blockchain. The second largest bank will invest in MoneyTap to increase the utilization of distributed ledger technology, or DLT, within the trade finance sector and personal bank remittance sector. MoneyTap has been marked as Ripple and SBI Holdings' flagship product and use DLT to process transactions. So not only are they doing everything on top, they're coming on down to the second largest, then maybe the third largest, and the fourth largest. And they're just starting to kind of congrue or kind of commingle all these different banks to use this one product, XRP. I like these stories, I like these articles, and I can see only big things moving forward. However, time will tell what will actually happen. All right, that's it for today's stories. I want to say thanks for sticking with me through all the rants and the different side notes and whatnot. But if you got time, stick around for the scam of the day. There's some dangerous ones out there, and I got to tell you, these ones concern me. So here we go, scam of the day. So first of all, if you're not familiar with the channel, every single video I do, in the description, there will be a section titled Scam of the Day. And next to Scam of the Day will be a link, and that will link you to the Google spreadsheet titled Scam of the Day. You click on that, and it'll take you to this nice handy dandy little spreadsheet. I made a couple changes just to streamline the whole process as far as like why things are a scam. And all you really got to know is here's the video link, because I'm only dealing with YouTube. There's scams out there on YouTube, on Instagram, and everywhere else. I can't do it all. We can't do it all. But we can police the community that we live in, right? So there's the link. Here's the dates that it was actually found and the dates that it was removed. So from January 14th to today, we've wiped out a good amount of them. I want to say thank you so much for doing that hard work, which is it's not that hard, but it does take a little bit of time. And if you see any type of section where it says date removed and is blank, I want you to hone in on that one. Click on it. Actually, let's click on this one. Why is this not one removed? This is okay. This isn't a bad one. So, and what we're looking for is, first of all, don't assume that it's definitely a scam. First, you have to look at just some basic information. What we're looking at is, I don't want that. We're looking at a couple things. First, we're taking a look at the comment section. Some scammers will allow you to comment and some will not. If you see a section where you cannot comment, that's a red flag, and you're like, what's going on here? In this section, they do allow you to comment, but everything just says it's a scam. Now, does that mean it's totally a scam? No, it's just a red flag. So let's take a look up here. So what constitutes a scam? Here's the thing. You're not special. Nobody's giving you free money. So if you see a little thing here where it says, hey, give me, 5,000 XRP and I'll send you 10,000 XRP. Give me $1 and I'll give you $10. Essentially, that's what it is. No one's doing that. So get that through your head. Also, it doesn't matter if it's a recording. It doesn't matter if it's a real person going, yeah, I got all this money back, just do that. Or even if somebody says, hey, I need you to connect your hardware wallet because we're going to give you free money. It's super simple. Just connect your hardware wallet to this website, and then we'll send you free money. It's an airdrop. That's total BS. So from now on, the easiest way to do this is just say, no one's giving you free money. If they do talk about airdrops, because sometimes there are airdrops. There's airdrops from EOS. There's airdrops from Binance at some point. Contact those companies directly. Binance, you can go right to their website. Not the link in the video, but right to their website. Same thing with EOS. And it will say if there's any kind of airdrops or something going on right there, right? So just double check. And that makes it easy. So with this one, it's pretty simple here. Let's take a look here. Show more. Yeah, they're announcing initiating the airdrop pool of 10 million XRP. That never happens. And to verify your address, here's what it really says. To verify your address, just send from 1,000 to 1,000,000 XRP to the address below and get from 10,000 to 10 million back. Well, wouldn't that be sweet? But if you do that, you're just going to lose all your money. So we know this is a scam. What do? First of all, we're going to downvote, which I already did, as I've done this thing like 5 times. And then we're looking for a flag. Some of the scammers, they will hide the flag. You just got to click on these 3 dots, click on report, and is this spam or misleading? Choose one. It is a scam or a fraud. And then down here, it says here, this applies to links within the video. Just click right there, and then click next. And just say, links in the description are taking people's money, and this is a scam. Or whatever you want to write. And just click report. And you're done. So that's all it takes. It's very simple, very easy. It doesn't take too long, and hopefully we can get rid of them. Now, why do we do this? We do this because as new people come in, they don't know, like, what's blockchain? What's Bitcoin? Well, private keys. And there's an airdrop? And there's free money? Well, isn't that how cryptocurrency works? You get free money, right? Okay, great. And then they sign up for this stuff and they get scammed. It's easy to do, especially if you don't know it and you're confused about it. Now, for me and you, it's kind of commonplace, so we know, but we got to protect all the other people coming in. So that's what I'm asking. Now, if I do it, it's just 1. If you do it, now we're 2. But if more people see this video and they report it, then YouTube's like, wait, 1,000 people have reported this video as a scam. Maybe it's a scam. And they'll shut it down. But if it's just me doing it, it doesn't get much traction. So that's why I need your help. And I appreciate you for whatever you can do, so thanks. All right, that is it for the rest of this video. Thanks so much for sticking with me, and then if you got time, go ahead and check the videos that are going to pop up on the left and right. More great information for you. And that is it, and I will see you on the